Howdy, welcome back. This is my return video to Reaction to Romance. I'm your host, Michael Foster. And yeah, it's been a while. For those of you that watched the channel before, you know that my format was basically all on YouTube. And I would edit videos and it would take me like, by the time I was done, I had like 5-6 hours invested in each one. And then I'd look at YouTube and it'd be like 11 likes. So I was like, oh man, this is killing me. But one thing I do like to do is Facebook Live. For those of you that know me, I used to be a high school teacher, so I'm not shy as far as getting up in front of crowds and talking and that sort of thing. So I thought, you know what? If anybody can pull this off live, and it should be me. If I can't do this, then my college education just went down the tubes. You know what I'm saying? So I thought, yeah, I'd just do this. This is going to be my new format. What I'll do is I'll go live here. I don't have to hide behind the editing booth, and I'll just take this and download it, and I'll upload it to YouTube. So it'll make it a lot easier on me, and this way I can do a lot more videos because, you know, I'd have ideas like, hey, I want to do this video. It's going to be great. And then I'd sit down and I'd be editing like all night long. And I was like, I'm not getting anything done. And I've been actually, for the reason I've sort of been MIA is for the last few months, I've been helping my wife with the SOS Nicaragua for what's going on there with the evil dictator down there, trying to help get him overthrown. So I digress, but I'm back. And I'm going to have some announcements here after I get finished. But what sort of inspired me to come back is I got this package from V. Zach, which would be Victoria Zach, author. And she sent me one of her it is her new book, which allegedly I'm on the cover on. So I don't know what's going on here. All she did is told me is that I'm sending you the book, and I've highlighted the page that I'd like you to read. So for those of you that are new to my channel here, basically what I do is I like to take books that I'm on and I'll read a passage from the author and then try to break it down a little bit. So that's what we're going to do. So let's start off here. Tear this puppy open. There we go. And here we have it. Yeah. All right. So this is what we're starting off with here. Highland Hope. I haven't seen this cover before. This is great. And I actually remember this photo shoot. I work, as everyone knows, I work exclusively with period images, and I remember the day we did this shoot. That was a good time because I kept taking the sword. I mean, what happens in these photo shoots that we do is I go in there and a lot of them are stock photography, so I really don't know what's going on. So I have to ask VJ, who does the photography from period images, like, what do you want? What do you want to see here? And I know she kept telling me, she goes, I want a strong, fierce warrior. And we were doing Highlander. I had the, you know, as you guys can see, got the plaids on and the whole thing, which I also noticed here too. What's this? It looks like I've got scales and wings. Or wait, there's a dragon behind. Am I a Targaryen? Is that what's going on here? Am I a Targaryen? I know this is Valyrian steel. All right, I'm totally nerding out with Game of Thrones right now. But this is awesome. As you can see on the shoulders there, I've got scales. Oh yeah, that's pretty awesome. I'm all about this. So Highland Hope and a Dragonkind novel. Now, obviously that says that I didn't even look at the bottom. So yes, this is obviously got some dragon business happening. And it is from Victoria Zach, who is just the sweetest person you can imagine. She's great. And I've met her a few times, and it's always great to see her. So, you know what? With my little new format here, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. But I could either dive right in, because I can see here she's got it marked where she wanted me to read. Or I could read the back first. I don't know. That's maybe we'll try this time. I'll read the back and get an idea what it's about. And then maybe I can put a little, I don't know, I guess a little fun character development into the actors, or into the, not the actors, I'm the actor, into the characters. Highland Hope. Never trust the dragon. If the scars on Maggie's body aren't enough to remind her of that truth, the terrifying demons that plague her nightmares do the trick. Her vengeance runs deep as she sets out on a soul crusade for justice. She will kill her fear. She will kill a dragon. She sounds like a night walker. I've got way too many Game of Thrones references going on right now. I apologize. As you can see, I'm a little excited for Sunday. When did he become a hero? Deceit became second nature to Dragonkind warrior Caden Ross. Got a feeling this little Caden on the front there. Say hello to Caden. Until he held Maggie in his arms. But she could never know his true nature, the Dragonkind blood pulsing through his veins. By night, His dragon magic slays the demons in her nightmares. By day, he walks by her side, longing for a time when she could love him and the beast that lurks inside of him. Oh yeah, I love conflicted characters. Lines are drawn and war begins. Now we're talking. Inject a little testosterone, hey Victoria? With the awakening of the tyrant dragon king Drest and the death dragons breathing down his neck, Caden must warn his family and unite with his brothers to protect the ones that they love. Will Maggie overcome her need for revenge and fight with him? Or will he win the battle only to lose her forever? Hell yeah, this sounds great. So how about we just jump right in and see what Victoria had lined up for me here. Okay. Pull it over here. Right here is where it starts. Okay. Jack can see I've got a little, she was so kind to do that. So authors, if you guys are happen to be watching this, this is the way I always appreciate it when you guys send me books. I honestly dig it the most. And if you could do something like this when I open them, I'll just jump right into it. So that way you know that this is a 100% unsolicited, unbiased reaction to romance. I have not pre-read this, so here we go. Caden awoke outside of Maggie's bedchamber wearing the same bloodied clothes as the night before. Lucky for him, she'd slept through the night. He was in no shape to chase night terrors. Rubbing the sleep away, he winced as he touched his nose. Even though he was mostly healed, his face still ached. Quickly, he made his way back to the chamber to wash and change his clothes. His hatchlings were waiting for him. Aye. He'd been reckless and put his students in a dangerous situation. Last night was a reminder that he shouldn't have 6 young lads under his wing. All his life, he only knew how to take care of himself. Is she talking about me? All his life, he'd only known how to, that's pretty much it. You know, I haven't had 6 young lads under my wing. Actually, I take that back. I had 125 students a day, so all right, I am legit. He finished washing and donned clean clothes, then made his way to the training barracks. Caden, Canal's authoritative voice called out from behind him. Shite. Caden looked up. He knew, didn't he? Turning around, he met Canal with his stern face, obviously ready to unleash his wrath. You want to explain what happened last night? No, really. Canal's frown deepened. The air became colder. This was the calm before the storm. Mayhap he should mind his tongue around the storm dragon. It's always a good idea to mind your tongue around the storm dragon. Tell me I haven't made a mistake by putting my reputation on the line for your ugly arse. Ugly arse. We've resorted to name calling. Canal blew a frustrated breath. The laird's son could have been seriously injured last night. That is no my problem. Mayhap you should no be training with dragons. Do you care about anyone besides yourself? Caden ignored the question. I dinna understand why ye have your bollocks twisted in a knot. I'm sorry, I love that. Having your bollocks twisted in a knot. The hatchlings need a night off, and I gave it to them. A wee bit of whiskey and women never hurt anyone. He continued his way to the training barracks. This attitude ye hide behind, Caden. I know you're better than this. Caden turned around as Canals struck a nerve. Nay, I dinna think you do. He stalked over to Canal. The only reason I helped ye escape this is a fun word. Cavalrock Castle was for my own gain. Ye dinna mean it, Canal said. I'm going to be honest with ye. When had he known him not to be? He always preached words of wisdom, even when Caden didn't want to hear it. Deep down, I know you want to be here with your kind. Whatever you're hiding from, you need to bury it before it destroys ye. Caden's chest tightened. Not because he was getting sentimental, because the dragon had crossed the line. He had no right to accuse him of such things. Canal knew nothing about his past. Caden took a deep breath. I never asked ye for any favors. In fact, I really didn't understand why I've stayed at Blackstone for as long as I have. Caden, the laird's voice thundered behind him. Caden saw James walking towards him. He scrubbed his face. Could this day get any worse? And we stop there. So, wow, this is so right here you've got Caden and Canal that are getting into it, and Caden is trying to hide what he really is. I always love that in a character, especially it seems kind of like just from what I've read back here, sort of like the reluctant hero. But yeah, this is definitely showing some layers to him as a character, which I totally dig. Um, that's I want to keep reading now and see what happens. But this whole idea of he's training and he's training these kids, and and there's I'm not really from what I saw here. I'm not really understanding too much how the dragons play into this. Like if he's got dragon inside of him, if he's actually like Daenerys Targaryen got dragons flying all over the place. But this is definitely the kind of tension that I like to see built between two characters. So thumbs up to Victoria Zach on this one from what I've read. And this, again, is the Highland Hope. So I'm pretty stoked about this. And I want to thank Victoria again for sending this because I'm going to be honest. I've got over here, you can't see it, but I've got a little bookshelf where I've got my books over there. And this is definitely going to be front and center. So that's pretty cool. Before I get back into what I'm doing here, I'm just going to, looks like some folks are here now. In the corner, it doesn't say that anyone's here, but then I see people saying some stuff. Oh, Roxy, it's cheering you up. Awesome. That's what I wish to do is make folks happy here. So that's pretty cool. Rosalind, I would make an excellent audiobook narrator. Well, Rosalind, thank you very much. I just need to read my material beforehand so I can dig a little bit deeper into the characters. You know what I mean? That was cool. Thank you. All right. So in the meantime, that's really about it. When I did the videos before, these things could go 15, 20 minutes. I'm already at 11 minutes here. So if you like the new format going live, please let me know. And I actually have some announcements I wanted to make. I will be at a couple places. First of all, for those of you that are going to the Book Lovers Con, that is at the Hyatt Regency in New Orleans, Louisiana. And that's going to be May 15th to the 19th. And I'm going to be there with Period Images. They always go there, bringing all the costumes. You guys will probably see me walking. For those of you that go, you'll see me walking around with all the garb on and all that stuff. It's a lot of fun. But the fact that it's in New Orleans is such a double-edged sword for me. Because obviously when I go to these things, you need to be in shape, right? And you're not going to end up being, little Caden over here on the front of Victoria's book if I'm smashing pizza all day long. But I love to eat. And New Orleans, Louisiana has the best food in the United States, in my opinion. And I'm talking out of any genre. I love barbecue. I love it all. But when it comes to Cajun and Creole food, actually, a little side note here. I'll try not to get too detracted here because I want to keep this under 15 minutes. But I'll never forget my uncle from Ohio moved to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And at Christmas time, and this is before Amazon, obviously, and all that stuff, he would always bring up shrimp and oysters. And I remember the stuff called Tony Chachere's. It was a seasoning and all these different boils. And it was just, I was like, this is the greatest food ever. So when I think of Cajun and Creole food, especially down in New Orleans, to me, it reminds me of Christmas. So I'm going to go down there, and I think what I'm going to do is just not eat anything all day and then wait till the very end and have one meal and then go out and run about 20 miles because it's just so good. And I remember the last time I was there, I think it was 2014. I remember thinking to myself, I don't think there's a green vegetable in the city that doesn't have butter or oil on it, but it's so good. So I'm super stoked about that. It's Book Lovers Con, formerly called, I believe, well, I do know, I don't believe, I know. This was the one that was formerly called RT. So I think Joe Carroll, I don't know all the politics behind it, but then she just started the Book Lovers Con. So this is the big one, and it's going to be at the Hyatt Regency in New Orleans. And then the other one that I am really excited about, especially because I got into watching the show, is going to be the Wild Deadwood Reads. And I'm being sponsored there by Linda Ray Sandy, who I got to give Linda Ray a plug because she is, this is why I love going to the romance conventions, and this is why I love being in this industry. The people are just so nice, and Linda Ray is definitely at the top of the list. Check out, definitely, we've got The Caress of a Commander and Enigma of a Widow, so I always want to give Linda Ray props, so definitely check out her books. But she's having me attend the Wild Deadwood Reads with her, which is going to be awesome, and that's at the Deadwood Mountain Grand in Deadwood, South Dakota, and it's going to be June 6th through 8th. So, it's funny, as an actor, which is what I am by day. I'm an actor by day and a romance cover model by night. But my day job, when it gets slow sometimes, it's kind of like not a lot's going on. And then all of a sudden it's going to get super busy. So the 15th to the 19th with Period Images down at the Book Lovers Con, and then I just remembered what's the next that come out, Con, and then the June 6th to 8th at Deadwood with Linda Ray Sandy is going to be awesome. And then after that, I'm pretty stoked because I do get to go back to Michigan at the end of June and finish filming a World War II movie that I'm doing. And that's going to be pretty incredible. I'll tell you guys more about that later, but it's going to be doing a lot of pickup scenes with them. For those of you who don't know what it is, we've already filmed the majority of the movie. There's just going to be extra pickup scenes that are happening. And I wish I could talk about it, but you know, this is why I love the romance industry also as much, is because take a look at this. I mean, every one of these guys seems like a hero. I mean, I don't think that the commander over here looks like a scumbag. And, you know, the enigma of a widow, I mean, all we're doing there is getting some love. So I get to play good guys in the romance world. And I think that's awesome because almost everything that I do in movies, I play the bad guy. I've been an axe murderer. Well, the World War II movie coming out, let me just say I'm not American. Yeah, I mean, the Thundermans, I'm playing the evil Viking Strongdoor. I mean, it's always a bad guy. So that's why I love this industry so much is, yeah, sometimes Michael Wayne Foster wants to be a good guy. So that's the word there. Anyway, if you guys could, if you like what's going on with the new format here, doing it live, I am going to take this, and when I'm done, I'm going to download it, and I'm going to put it back on YouTube. That's one of the reasons I'm trying to keep it under 15 minutes. And if you guys would be as cool as to go there and give the YouTube channel a like, I'll keep pumping them up there. And, you know, now that I'm doing it this way, instead of sitting here all night long trying to edit it and cut and be like, oh, I didn't like how I said that. Hey, like I said, I was a high school teacher, so I'm just going to shoot from the hip. I'm going to pick up a book. I'm going to read it to you guys and tell me what you think. So if anybody out there has any suggestions that you'd like to see me do with this format, that'd be great. I know I don't have all this is my right here. That's the black screen. I do that for auditions, but as you can see on the bottom of it over there, that's my green screen. And that's usually what I would do with the romance videos. So that way I can put up all sorts of graphics and try to add my goofy sense of humor to it. But we're just going live. All right, let me see. A couple more people are saying some stuff, and then I've got to bounce. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you doing? As a matter of fact, Elizabeth Rose, I've got some books over here. So Elizabeth is going to get some love here, too, at some point. Now that I'm able to pop out more videos. Before it was like one every couple of months. Now we're going to try to do it at least weekly. Does that sound good? So let's see what else we got going on here. Oh, thanks, Fern. Much appreciated. I like them, too. And shooting them's a lot of fun as well. But I don't want to ruin it for everybody because if you guys were there during a romance cover shoot, you guys remember that guy in Beverly Hills Cop? Donnie, you cover your chest. It's not sexy. It's like what they had with the dog to scrub. It's not sexy. It's like we're making these sexy looking covers and you go to a romance shoot and it's like, it's not sexy. So it's because being bad is so opposite of your personality. Thanks, Roxy. I appreciate that. I do. That's I will say that is the hardest thing as an actor to do is when I have to play just these greasy scumbag, literally no redeeming quality whatsoever type people. Those are the ones that are the hardest for me. I mean, doing the Disney and the Nickelodeon, being the big goofy guy, that's seriously, I don't even have to try. That's easy. But when I have to play these real scumbags, it makes me work at it. And as an actor, I mean, I'm an artist. That's my art. I like it because it sort of it challenges me, but at the same time, that's the hardest ones to do are being the bad guy. So I appreciate you saying that. Good looking bad guy. Well, I'm trying to. That's what the scruff will get here. Or throw some grease in the hair. So all right, cool. Well, hey everybody, thanks so much for watching. And again, if you guys would like to leave any comments, start a discussion about the books, actually pick up Victoria Zach's book. Once again, my final plug here, The Highland Hope. Give it a shot, see what you think, and if you could respond and let me know what's up. And this will be available on YouTube at Reaction to Romance. So thanks everybody for watching and have a fabulous night. And I hope to see you in either Deadwood or New Orleans.